text number 12. Taha Ashishaha Prayunjana Ta Ashisha Prayunjana Chiram Pahi Iti Balake Chiram Pahi Iti Balake Haridra Churna Taila Adibhihi Adbhihi Haridra Churna Tailabdhihi it's not Tailabdhihi, it is Tailadbhihi. Abdhihi means ocean and Tailabdhihi means mixed with Taila. Haridra Churna Tailadbhihi Sinchantyo Ajanam Ujjaguhu Sinchantyo Janam Ujjaguhu Sinchantyo Janam Ujjaguhu Ta Ashisha Prayunjana Chiram Pahiti Balake Haridra Churna Tailadbhihi Sinchantyo Janamujjaguhu Ta Ashisha Prayunjana Chiram Pahiti Balake Haridra Churna Tailadbhihi Sinchantyo Janamujjaguhu Ta Ashisha Prayunjana Chiram Pahiti Balake Haridra Churna Tailadbhihi Sinchantyo Janamujjaguhu Ta Ashisha Prayunjana Chiram Pahiti Balake Haridra Churna Tailadbhihi Sinchantyo Janamujjaguhu Ta Ashisha Prayunjana Chiram Pahiti Balake Haridra Churna Tailadbhihi Sinchantyo Janamujjaguhu Taha. All the women, the wives and daughters of the cowherd men, Ashishaha, blessings, Prayunjanaha, offering, Chiram, for a long time, Pahi, may you become the king of Raja and maintain all its inhabitants. Iti, thus, Balake, unto the newborn child, Haridra Churna, powder of turmeric, Taila adbhihi, mixed with oil, Sinchantyah, sprinkling, Ajanam, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is unborn, Ujjaguhu, offered prayers. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Offering blessings to the newborn child Krishna, the wives and daughters of the cowherd men said, "May you become the king of Raja and long maintain all its inhabitants." They sprinkled a mixture of turmeric powder, oil, and water upon the birthless Supreme Lord and offered their prayers. Please repeat this translation after me. Offering blessings to the newborn child, Krishna, the wives and daughters of the cowherd men said, "May you become the king of Raja and long maintain all its inhabitants." They sprinkled a mixture of turmeric powder, oil, and water upon the birthless Supreme Lord and offered their prayers. I shall read text 13 by myself. Please hear. Avadyanta vichitrani vaditrani mahotsave Krishne Vishveshware Anante Nandasya Vrajamagate. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Translation. Now that the all-pervading, unlimited Lord Krishna, the master of the cosmic manifestation, has arrived within the estate of Maharaj Nanda, various types of musical instruments resounded to celebrate the great festival. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The Lord says in Bhagavad Gita 4.7, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyutthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srujamyaham. Whenever and wherever there is a decline in religious practice, O descendant of Bharata, and a predominant rise of irreligion, at that time I descend myself. Whenever Krishna comes, once in a day Brahma, he comes to the house of Nanda Maharaj in Vrindavan. Krishna is the master of all creation, Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. Therefore, not only in the neighborhood of Nanda Maharaj's estate, but all over the universe and in all other universes, musical sounds celebrated the auspicious arrival of the Lord. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport. Om Jnanatimmirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nitya Namaste Saraswate Pracharine Nirvishesha Chatyadeshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityanand Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langhayate girim Yat kripatamaham vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Yat kripatamaham vande Paramanandamadhavam Yat kripatamaham vande Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhya evacha Patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Shukadeva Goswami is describing the joyous occasion of the Brajavasis celebrating the birth of Lord Krishna. So when they heard that baby is born in the house of Nanda Maharaj, who is the king of Vraja, Yashoda is the queen of Vraja. So the king and queen, they got a newborn child. So it's celebration for the entire Vraja. So they all gathered, very beautifully dressed, carrying so many gifts. And they were very rich because they were nicely cultivating the land and protecting the cows. Also, because of the appearance of Krishna, the goddess of fortune had also appeared. And that was also the reason for the prosperity of the whole Vraja Bhumi. The cows, not all of them, but some of them, had actually come along with Krishna, or just before Krishna appeared, in order to participate in his Leela. This is the confidential understanding that we get from the Bhagavatam. It's not an ordinary happening. It is something taken note of in the entire universe. Because if you remember, in the beginning of the 10th canto, it is described how the earth was overburdened by so many demons posing as kings. And that burden, when it became too much, then the predominating deities of the different planets, including the earth planet, Bhudevi, all of them went to Brahma, seek a relief from this burden. When we say Bhudevi is the predominating deity, she is concerned with the welfare of all the inhabitants of this earth planet. So that's why the impersonal philosophy doesn't hold, doesn't apply. There has to be a person who is concerned. Impersonally, some machine may work. But for the machine to work, there has to be a person. It cannot be impersonal alone. So impersonal is always subordinate to the person. Like so many machines, we are in the machine age now. Kali Yuga is described in the scriptures as Yantra Yuga. Yantra. Machines. It is already foretold in the scriptures. So the yantra has got a controlled by a person. Of course, you may have smaller yantras being controlled by bigger yantras. But ultimately, even the biggest yantra has to be controlled by a person. Please understand this point. It's very, very important to understand this. This human body is a wonderful yantra. all the leading scientists, medical science, chemistry, physics, all kinds of sciences, they are unable to figure out how this body is working. They are struggling to make one simple robot to replace a human being doing ordinary household work. I think in a previous class I described how they are trying to make a human-like robot, which if I tell, get me one apple from the refrigerator, you should understand my command and actually go to the refrigerator, open the refrigerator door, go exactly to where the apple is kept and come back and give me the apple. Otherwise, it has to tell, there is no apple. Can I get you some other fruit? They are trying to program that since, and thousands of scientists, thousands of engineers are involved in this. And here, Krishna's creation, lakhs and millions of human beings are taking birth regularly since the beginning of creation. You don't have to program, you don't have to train, teach. Even a small child, when it starts walking, starts speaking, starts understanding, you can just tell, get me that book, it will get the book. So please understand, person is the real important factor in this whole creation, not the impersonal yantra, the machine. So material nature is like a machine, is like a yantra. Entire material nature, the cosmic manifestation as matter, is a big yantra. And the whole yantra is controlled by the Supreme Person. Just like we are tiny human beings, we control yantras in this earth planet. But there are big planets itself which are controlled by greater humans, like devatas. Like devatas. You see, this earth planet itself, try to understand, it is being controlled by Bhudevi. Bhudevi. She is providing all the necessities for all the creatures, not just human beings alone. Every creature is being provided by Bhumi, Bhudevi. Whatever the requirements. The earth, the water, the fire, the air, the sky, everything is arranged. Every living space is arranged, and correspondingly food is also arranged. Wherever they live, according to their body, they get their food. There is no starvation anywhere, except in human society. Sometimes there is starvation because of mismanagement. Only because of mismanagement. There's no real scarcity. There's plenty. By arrangement of Krishna, there is plenty. Always there is plenty. There's never scarcity. But sometimes there may be scarcity because of mismanagement. Prabhupada pointed this out, that before he went to America, he had heard America is a very rich nation. There is very nice arrangement for everyone to live. But after going to America, he is seeing there are homeless people. And there is some people who are not getting even proper food. So this is only because Not that they have any scarcity in America. No scarcity. There is plenty. But they are not able to manage properly. Because this human brain, it is very intelligent, developed brain, developed intelligence. But if it is not guided, trained up by the authentic scriptures, then there will be so many mismanagement, so many difficulties, so many problems, so many complexities that we are seeing everywhere in the world. So, this entire body itself is actually managed at the body level by the Supreme Lord in His feature as Paramatma. Similarly, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, every planet that is floating, not just floating, it is moving in its orbit, because of Him entering each planet and keeping it in its orbit, moving in its orbit perfectly. Gama vishyacha bhutani dharayami ahamojasa. By my energy, they are staying in the orbit because He has entered into each planet. Krishna has entered as Paramatma. He has entered into everybody's heart. And what is He doing? He is maintaining the whole body, the bodily working. Just as Srila Prabhupada says, a mosquito is already got a device for flying. It doesn't require a separate aeroplane to be designed and fly. It got the aeroplane-like structure. The body itself is designed like that by higher arrangement. And it itself is a pilot. We have got also aircrafts, but you require a specialized pilot to fly that. And for the mosquito, there is no danger of fuel getting exhausted, landing problem, congestion in the landing space, nothing like that. They are freely roaming around everywhere. Right? So Prabhupada says, the mosquito is a better scientist than all the human scientists put together who are engaged in big technology development and research for making nice aircraft. Self-piloted aeroplane. This is the mosquito technology. And it is an insignificant creature. Like that, there are so many varieties of birds and insects which are flying everywhere around. Wherever they want, they can fly. They can go. You see the honeybee. It gathers the nectar of the flower very small quantity. Scientists have done research and they have figured out that it is gathering little honey, that nectar from the flower, and mixing with its saliva and producing such wonderful nectarian honey. The scientists cannot figure out, if you give them all those flowers from which the honey bee is extracting the nectar, you extract the nectar and you mix it with whatever chemicals you want. You do whatever analysis you want of honey. And then you produce honey. They can never do it. Impossible. So this is Krishna's creation. And this creation is inferior creation. So try to understand, when that Krishna is appearing in this universe, The celebration is happening all over the universe. And here Prabhupada is telling something very amazing, that therefore, not only in the neighborhood of Nanda Maharaj's estate, but all over the universe and in all other universes. So the celebration is not only in Vraja Bhumi, but all over this universe, in all the planets, particularly the upper planets, and all other universes as well. The celebration is going on. The Supreme Lord has appeared. So therefore, the appearance of the Lord, it's an extraordinary event. Not only for some so-called devotees, but for everyone. All over the universe, all over the creation, everywhere there is celebration. So it's not surprising that the Brajavasis, they had a very wonderful festival in which there was various types of musical instruments being played, not only on the earth planet, but even on the upper planetary systems. The Gandharvas, they were singing very melodiously. The Apsaras were dancing very beautifully. And the Brahmanas, the sages, the saintly persons were chanting auspicious Vedic mantras when the Lord appeared. And they were welcoming the Lord, His appearance. Welcoming the Lord. So therefore, Prabhupada says here, Krishna comes to this world once in a day of Brahma. Day of Brahma is given in the Bhagavad Gita. Sahasra yuga paryantam aharyad brahmano viduhu. The daytime of Brahma, that calculation, aharyad brahmano viduhu. Sahasra yuga. This yuga is calculated as a complete cycle of 4 yugas. It's actually called a Mahayuga. Satya, Treta, Dwapara, Kali. Kali Yuga lasts 432,000 years. Dwapara Yuga is double that of Kali Yuga. Treta Yuga is 3 times Kali Yuga duration. Satya Yuga is 4 times Kali Yuga duration. So totally, the 4 Yuga cycles, 10 times the Kali Yuga duration is the total Mahayuga. That means 4,320,000 years, earthly years, is one Mahayuga. So multiply by 1,000, Sahasra Yuga, Sahasra Mahayugas. So it becomes 4 billion. 4 billion years is the duration of Brahma's day. 4 billion years. So once in 4 billion years, Krishna comes. And where does he come? Whenever he comes to the house of Nanda Maharaj in Vrindavan on this earth planet. Every time he comes. Every day of Brahma. So what is 5,000 years compared to 4 billion years? It is very, very insignificant period of time. So Krishna has just recently appeared when you consider the history of the universe. That's why in the Bhagavatam there is a description given that prior to Krishna's appearance in this Dwapar Yuga of this Manvantara, that is also calculated by astrologers and astronomers. Krishna appears in a day of Brahma once, that also in the middle of the day of Brahma. Because day of Brahma, there are 14 Manvantaras. Krishna appears in the 7th Manvantara. In each Manvantara, there are 72 Mahayugas. 72 cycles of Satya, Treta, Dwapara, Kali. Krishna appears in the 28th. Is it 28th or 27th? Karunya? 28th? 28th Dwapar Yuga of the 7th Manvantara of this day of Brahma, this Kalpa. All this is explained in detail in the scriptures. So, this particular Kali Yuga is the 28th Kali Yuga in which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has appeared. 28th Kali Yuga. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also comes once in a day of Brahma. And Krishna appeared prior to this appearance of Chaitanya, just the previous Dwapar Yuga, 28th Dwapar Yuga of the 7th Manvantara of this day of Brahma, this Kalpa. So therefore, it is celebration for everyone in the whole universe. Because demigods are better informed than us. They are better informed. They know. They in fact prayed to the Supreme Lord, please reduce the burden of the earth. So the Lord accepted the prayers of the Devatas headed by Brahma. And he agreed to appear. And they were directed to also assist the Lord in his appearance and activities pastime in this particular incarnation. So, many of the Brajavasis, they were different Devatas taking birth in the family of the Yadus, in the family of the Brajavasis, like that. Many of the Devatas appear like that. So, this celebration is going on in the entire material creation. Millions of universes, each universe having millions of planets, each planet having millions of living beings. Everywhere there is celebration. So on this scale, the celebration is going on. That is the description here. Now that the all-pervading, unlimited Lord Krishna, the master of the cosmic manifestation, Krishne Vishveshware Anante, Vishveshwara, Vishva Ishwara. He is the master of the Vishwa. Vishwa, of course, contextually, it can mean one universe. But in another context, we can understand it is the entire cosmic manifestation, entire material creation. So here, it means the master of the entire cosmic manifestation, Vishveshware, Anante, because he is unlimited Lord. He is unlimited Lord. So his fame, his opulence, his power, everything is unlimited. So he has appeared. Therefore, the celebration also is on that cosmic scale. It's on the cosmic scale, this celebration is happening. So don't think Krishna is some ordinary person or just another devata. Not even just another incarnation. Such an incarnation also is rarest of the rare incarnations. This happens only when Krishna appears. That the entire cosmic manifestation celebrates the appearance of Krishna. So that celebration is being described by Shukadev Goswami. That's why all the saintly persons, especially the great personalities from all over the universe, they have assembled to hear Bhagavatam from Shukadev Goswami when Parikshit Maharaj had decided to prepare for quitting his body. So all great personalities from all over the universe have arrived. They are sitting and hearing. What are they hearing? The pastimes of Krishna. So every word they are very, very careful to listen to. Complete attention they are hearing. Because they know, simply by hearing this narration, all their endeavors, because in the upper planets they are all busy performing different kinds of activities for self-realization, especially Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapoloka, Satyaloka. So they are engaged in different activities for self-realization, but that self-realization is not easy for them. Through all those austerities, cultivation of spiritual knowledge, performing different kinds of pious activities, sacrifices, charity, all kinds of pious activities, it becomes very easy to attain self-realization simply by hearing about Krishna's appearance, simply by participating in Krishna's pastimes, simply by witnessing Krishna's pastimes, simply by remembering Krishna's pastimes. Therefore, all those saintly persons, they are sitting and hearing the celebration all over the universe, all over the universes, all over the cosmic manifestation. Shukadeva Goswami is describing Krishne Vishveshware Anante Nandasya Vrajamagate. And where has he come? He's come to a humble village on the earth planet, Nanda Maharaj's house, Vrajadhama, Vrajabhumi. And these covered men, they're rich, but they are just ordinary covered men. They are not regarded as some great brahmanas, great saintly persons, great devatas, great gandharvas, great kinnaras. No. So it is also surprising that Krishna has appeared in the house of one covered person as son of Nanda and Yashoda. So what is the position of Nanda and Yashoda? Just try to imagine. That's what Parikshit will express surprise, amazement in a later verse. What kind of pious activities Nanda and Yashoda did that the Supreme Brahman, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is playing in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj. He is sucking the breast of Mother Yashoda. So what kind of pious activities have they done? What have they done to get this blessing? We just can't understand. How is it Krishna has appeared as the son of Nanda, some coward man and coward woman, in a small village, insignificant village? He has appeared. And the celebration for that appearance of that child is happening entire cosmic manifestation, Krishne Vishveshware Anante Nandasya Vrajamagate. So that is the description of Shukadeva Goswami. Shukadeva Goswami is topmost among all the transcendentalists in the entire universe. That is Shukadeva Goswami's position. Only he can describe Krishna's appearance accurately. Astrologers may calculate, oh, this child which has appeared is actually an incarnation. Because the horoscope indicates it is Narayana Jataka, the category of the Supreme Lord, Supreme Personality of Godhead. Any incarnation of the Supreme Lord, the horoscope, if an astrologer properly prepares and is able to properly read the horoscope, he will be able to predict, here is the appearance of the Supreme Lord as an incarnation. That he can make out. But Krishna's appearance as the Supreme Personality, even among all the incarnations, and the celebration going on all over the cosmic manifestation, that even the most learned astrologer cannot understand, cannot project, cannot predict. Only devotees, acharyas, they can understand, they know about it. Pure devotees of Krishna, only they know. Nobody else knows. So therefore, Shukadeva Goswami is speaking Bhagavatam. He is speaking Bhagavatam. And the Bhagavatam, throughout the Bhagavatam, he is revealing the personality of Krishna, the Supreme Personality, the unique position, the unique characteristics of Krishna as different from the characteristics of all other forms of the Supreme Lord, all other incarnations. So we would carefully read the Bhagavatam, understand Shukadeva Goswami's statements. I'll stop here. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki.